Hello, everyone. My name is Bryce Burnett in the Medicare department. Today, I am going to be doing a quick training webinar on how to run a Medicare supplement quote. Once you log into the Medicare quoting tool and get onto the dashboard, you'll see all the different quotes that you can run. Today, we are just going to go ahead and do a Medicare supplement quote. To do so, you just click on Run Quote under Medicare Supplement. A previous training video that I did discussed the client manager. This is where this would come into play. If you have created a client under the client manager tool, you would go ahead and select that individual. Today we'll just use John Doe. It will automatically populate the zip code as well as the individual's age and any other categories that you added to that client. So again, for today's purposes, we're going to just do a pretty basic quote for an individual turning 65 who's a male with non-tobacco for the Plan G, and we are doing a household discount applied. We'll do a May 1st effective date. I do always suggest selecting the effective date. Do not just leave it where it is at, because this tool does update the quotes and the premiums when there is a quote increase or premium increase by the carrier. So if you do not select that, you may end up quoting the wrong thing and then realize it once you go and actually do the application and they show a higher premium. So I do always suggest changing the effective date. Once you've done all of those things, you can go ahead and click Get Quote. It may take a couple seconds here, but it will generate all the different carriers that OCI works with. So one thing to keep in mind, just because it is showing up, does not necessarily mean that you are appointed with them. So always double check that before actually quoting somebody with a carrier and actually writing an application. So as you can see, it will come up with a list of the plans that are available in the area. It will generate to where it will show you by price. So it will sort by the lowest price to the highest price. So this is where you're going to see just the main basic information. You'll see the monthly premium, what the household discount would be. If there is a policy fee, you'll see that in there as well. It does show what the parent company is. So Ascendo is an Aetna company, the Plan G that you're quoting, the years in the market, and effective date of the premium, as well as some AM Best ratings, S&P ratings, typically not super prevalent in regards to Medicare supplement, but the AM Best is definitely one to look at. And then the rate type that the carrier offers. This is just a very quick basic look of what you can expect in this plan. You can see that throughout the different carriers. Now, if you're going in and wanting to compare a couple different options for a client, what you can do is just click on the individual plan that you're wanting to quote. If you want to quote a couple different ones, you can select up to 5. And for this purposes, we'll select a couple of the top ones. Once you've selected that, so I'll just do 4 for this video, you go over to the left-hand side and click Compare Quote. Once you've done that, it will actually generate this into a side-by-side view of the carriers that you selected. Again, it gives you a quick screenshot of the premium without the household discounts and then the premium with the household discounts in there. It also shows the annual rate, the policy fee. Again, if there is one, it will show up. And then the rate type, whether it's attained age or United Healthcare is a little bit different, where it's a standard community rated. Again, the effective dates are the effective dates of the premium, not necessarily the effective date that you're selecting for the plan. You can convert this to a PDF. I'll go ahead and show you what that is and what it looks like, because it does actually add some additional benefits in there that I think your clients will enjoy. Not only does it give this side-by-side comparison, but it will also give a quick side view of what a Medicare supplement Plan G cover, or what it looks like, how it covers your individual and what Medicare covers. So I think this is very helpful when going over the plan, especially if it's somebody, maybe you're doing a phone sale or even in person. This is very helpful for them to look at. They kind of understand it a little easier this way. You can save these quotes wherever you would like. And you can always send them to your clients. It does have a nice little front page where it's going to have a picture if you decide to add a picture there with your contact information as well. So going back here, that is a very basic quote. Nothing too crazy there, but there are a ton of different things that you can add to a quote that will be, again, beneficial to you and to your client. So along this left-hand side here, there's a couple different adjustments that you can make. So again, the ones we see here are very basic. There's not a whole lot of information, but a good starting point. One thing I like to add to this, and what I use almost every time, is the market analytics. This just gives a really good screenshot of what a typical increase would look like, the average total overall increase, and then market data. For Ascendo, it doesn't really show a whole lot because they've only been in the area for 1 year, so there's not much to go off of. But as you get to, for example, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, you'll see where you get a ton of information. So you see the age increase here, and then the increase history overall, and it shows year by year. So it's really great to show to your clients that, you know, even with a 9% increase that we just took here in April, you can see that the overall average is still 2.8. So overall, this may be a better option in regards to rate increases. But the market data, this is very important to look at. It shows lives covered nationally and by state. Obviously, we all know Blue Cross Blue Shield is state-based, so nationally it's only going to show basically what's in the state, but 64,000 is a very good amount. It shows premiums and then loss ratio. So loss ratio is probably one of the most important things to look at here, because it will show the amount of money that the insurance companies are paying out. So the closer it is to 100, the worse it is. So if it's 100%, that means that they're paying out every single dollar that they made in premium and claims. So the lower that number is, the better. You may see, for example, this one, Pan America, has 132%. That means that they're paying well over what they make in premium in claims. So that's not necessarily a good thing. That means they're probably going to get a pretty hefty increase coming up. So this is a really great shot to kind of show your clients, help maybe have them determine which carrier they want to work with by using this and going over some of these things. Also, another thing that is really nice on all of these carriers, they all should have some quote options. You can click on that and you can do view plan details, download a PDF application, so you can actually get the paper app directly through here. Now, I do strongly recommend for every single one of these carriers to do an electronic application. We do not have the ability to do that through the quoting tool just yet, but we do foresee that coming in the future. So you will have to go to the carrier website at this time to do the e-app. And again, I strongly recommend that because a lot of these carriers are making it a little bit more difficult for paper apps to actually go through smoothly. So this is a pretty quick, basic quote of a Medicare supplement. One thing to kind of touch on, it kind of ties into the client manager, is when you run a quote, when you select that individual client, under client manager and you pull them back up again, it will save that quote. So down here at the bottom, it's got all the quotes that we ran. Again, obviously today's April 8th of 2021, so you can see those quotes. And by clicking run quote, it will pull them back up again with all the different things that you've saved. So the market analytics, the carriers that you selected, so on and so forth. If you do end up having to make any changes to it, it's very simple. You can just make the changes here. So if you accidentally put in the wrong date or left it as female and you need to switch it back to male or whatever it may be, same with tobacco, you can go in and change those things. And then just hit get quote and it will update it with the correct thing. Other than that, that is a very quick, very easy tool to use to run the Medicare supplement quotes. If you guys have any questions at all in running the quote or how to get that market analytics back up again, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to the Medicare department by calling the 402-330-8700 and ask for somebody in Medicare, or just email Medicare at OCI Services with any questions or concerns you have in running a Medicare supplement quote. Thank you.